want to do, but I would not cut off aid to Israel. And I can't even believe that we're having this conversation. 5 years ago, the concept of even talking about this, even 3 years ago, of cutting off aid to Israel because of two people that hate Israel and hate Jewish people, I can't believe we're even having this conversation. Where has the Democratic Party gone? Where have they gone where they're defending these two people over the state of Israel? And I think any Jewish people that vote for a Democrat, I think it shows either a total lack of knowledge or great disloyalty.
Yep, that's Donald Trump, our president, saying yesterday that Jews who vote for Democrats are disloyal, which is strange and very anti-Semitic, of course, but it definitely strange considering that more than 75% of Jews in America voted for Democrats in the midterm elections. So I guess 75% of the Jewish population in this country is disloyal to the Jewish people. Now, that was already a controversial statement, but of course, there is an element here that is rather hilarious, which was that conservative intellectuals, specifically Jewish conservative intellectuals, had to immediately try to defend this very obviously anti-Semitic statement, and it's kind of hilarious. So let's take a look at one of the more prominent voices in this space, Ben Shapiro, and what he had to say. When people reference Jews, they could be talking about ethnic Jews, those born Jewish, or religious Jews. Those born Jewish don't have to have political loyalties in any direction. That's pure identity politics. American Jews, whether ethnic or religious, are loyal to America, not Israel. Any dual loyalty supposition is anti-Semitism. Dual loyalty suppositions are anti-Semitism. Okay. Well, let's see what Trump had to say today when he doubled down on his sentiment, where he said, if you vote for a Democrat, you're being very disloyal to Jewish people and you're being very disloyal to Israel. Let's take a look.
In my opinion, the Democrats have gone very far away from Israel. I cannot understand how they can do that. They don't want to fund Israel. They want to take away foreign aid to Israel. They want to do a lot of bad things to Israel. In my opinion, you vote for a Democrat, you're being very disloyal to Jewish people, and you're being very disloyal to Israel. And only weak people would say anything other than that.
Very strange that Trump has this perspective. Very strange. I mean, how could you take that as anything but dual loyalty? How could you take that as anything but the subtle assumption, the underlying assumption in which Trump is making a claim that if you're Jewish in America, you must be loyal to Israel, of course. You can't be loyal to America. You must be not only loyal to Israel, but also loyal to the militant attitude demonstrated by the Israeli right-wing government. It's a monolithic concept that I talk about quite frequently. It's a problem that a lot of racists run into when discussing Muslims, for example. Forgetting that there is polarization within the Muslim communities, or there's, of course, going to be political disagreements within the Jewish community. And there, of course, are. So, shocking to me that Trump would say this. Not so shocking that Ben Shapiro defended that, though, considering, I don't know, maybe he has nearly an identical perspective to Donald Trump. So, of course, he can't admit that Donald Trump is being anti-Semitic here. Look at here, Ben Shapiro claiming the Jewish people has always been plagued by bad Jews who undermine it from within. In America, those bad Jews largely vote Democrat. So yeah, just because you're Jewish and you call out anti-Semitism doesn't mean you can't personally engage in anti-Semitism. Here's Ben Shapiro doing that as he defends a guy right here and his obvious dual loyalty sentiments. A guy who's also, named the Jew, for example, when it came to naming Jon Stewart's Jewish name as he attacked him. I promise you that I'm much smarter than Jonathan Leibowitz. I mean Jon Stewart at The Daily Show, who, by the way, is totally overrated. Or telling Republican Jews, I don't want your money. In a speech in Washington to the Republican Jewish Coalition last December, Trump appears to traffic in stereotypes about Jews. You're not going to support me because I don't want your money, he told the Jewish audience. He also says, is there anyone in this room who doesn't negotiate deals? Probably more than any other room I've ever spoken in. But, you know, the reason why Ben Shapiro and others will defend anti-Semitism like this from Ann Coulter, for example, is because they're pro-Israel, and that's all that matters to them. It doesn't matter if these people are actually anti-Semitic. It doesn't matter if they're engaging in anti-Semitic tropes. It doesn't matter if they are causing harm to the American Jewish community and the Jewish community worldwide. As long as they defend the right-wing government of Israel, they're good in Ben Shapiro's book and in the book of other conservative Jewish people who are trying to defend Donald Trump.